Hello students and viewers, welcome back again to Science Capsule, a perfect self-learning tool for school children. As you know that this channel was launched on 15th August 2020 on the occasion of Independence Day. The very first video has got very good response from your side. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time for watching this video, sharing to others and giving precious comments and valuable appreciations. I take these valuable appreciations and comments as a power of motivation, and I am here to present you the second video for the betterment of the students. As you know that this channel is intended to give a very good environment, learning environment for the students. So share this video as much as possible to them. If you are new to this video, then subscribe this channel by pressing on the subscribe button which you see below the screen, and don't forget to tap on the bell icon so that you will receive notifications whenever I upload a new video. So let us start today's session. Today's video is going to be class 10 science, the first chapter, part 2, that is the chemical reactions and equations, part 2. Let us start. So dear children, in the first part we have learned that what is a chemical change. So whenever we talk about chemical change, you must understand that the reacting species or the substances which undergo chemical change, the atoms and molecules of those substances undergo transformations. As a result of the transformation, what happens? They form a new substance, and the new substance so formed will have properties totally different from the substances from which the new substance has formed. So this must be understood. This is how a chemical change occurs. Now in today's session we will see how do we understand, how do we know about a chemical change. Suppose a change is being taking place, then from the change how can we understand it is a chemical change? Dear children, the chemical change is identified in terms of some physical parameters. Based on the parameters, we can easily identify that the change what occurs is a chemical or a physical change. So whenever we think of a chemical change, always keep in mind that as a result of a chemical change, there will always be a new substance formed. So whenever we talk about a chemical change, the product must be new and the properties of the new substance so formed will also be different from the substance from which it has been formed. There are certain physical parameters based on which we can easily find that the changes what is occurring is a chemical change or not. So what are those parameters? Number 1. Dear children, as we know that the matter that exists in the universe can be in solid, liquid or gaseous. Moreover, in the last part we have seen that hydrogen and oxygen are the molecules of elements, and these molecules exist in the atmosphere in the form of gas. So they exist in the gaseous state. Let us take an example of formation of water. We know that when hydrogen and oxygen are combined under suitable condition, then they give water. We know that hydrogen and oxygen are the raw materials for the formation of water, and they exist in gaseous state. So hydrogen and oxygen combines and gives water molecule. The properties of water and the properties of the constituent particles are totally different. So the change what we see here is a chemical change, and this chemical change is followed by change in state. As we know that hydrogen and oxygen are in gaseous state and water exists in liquid state. So during a chemical change we can see change in state. So we can say that chemical change can be followed by change in state. This way in our day-to-day life also we can see various other chemical reactions in which state change we can see. For example, carbon. Carbon is a black solid in nature. When carbon is reacted with oxygen, carbon exists in solid and oxygen is in a gaseous state. When this combined under suitable condition, when it is heated up, then carbon dioxide gas is formed. Here also we can see change in state. So we can say that state change is one of the physical parameter for a chemical change or a chemical reaction. Now we will see the second parameter by which we can identify a chemical change or a chemical reaction. Dear children, in our day-to-day life, we come across with various other chemical reactions or chemical changes in which we can see the chemical change is followed by change in color. For example, when copper vessels are exposed to air, then after keeping it for some days, then we can see a green color deposit. The copper utensils and copper articles become green in color due to chemical reaction. So here we can see the chemical reaction is followed by change in color. Similarly, aluminum articles in your home also changes its color. Iron, when exposed to air and moisture, rust is formed a dark brown color we can see. Here also the iron objects undergo chemical reaction. As a result of chemical reaction, we can see change in color. So this way, in our daily activities, we can see numerous chemical reactions in which color change is a physical parameter. So we can say that chemical reaction is followed by one of the physical parameter called color. Now we will see the third physical parameter. Some of the chemical reactions, that too in our day-to-day life also we can experience it. The physical parameter which we use for identifying a chemical reaction is a change in temperature. For example, calcium oxide, which is used for whitewashing, it is a chemical substance which when mixed with water, if you see the container, if you touch the container, then you will see the change in temperature. The mixture becomes hot. This shows that the chemical reaction is taking place. As a result of this, the temperature has got increased. So we can say that the chemical reaction is followed by change in temperature. Some other examples you may experience in your home: bleaching powder. When you mix bleaching powder with water, your hand becomes hot. This shows that when water is mixed with bleaching powder, then the chemical reaction is taking place and the chemical reaction gives out heat. So the heat is the indication for a chemical reaction. The chemical reaction is taking place when bleaching powder is mixed with water. One more familiar experience which we all can feel is respiration. When you touch your body becomes hot. Where does the heat come from? When glucose molecules are burnt in your body, in the cell, then it gives out heat. So biochemical reaction is taking place inside your cell. As a result of this biochemical reaction called respiration, heat is given out. So this is the indication for a biochemical reaction, or simply we can say that there a chemical change is taking place. As a result of this chemical change, so called respiration, heat is given out. So we can say that a chemical reaction may be followed by change in temperature. Now we see another physical parameter which we will use to identify for a chemical change or a chemical reaction. When cold drinks such as 7-Up, Coca-Cola and other aerated drinks are opened, then evolution of gas we can see. It is a chemical reaction by which carbon dioxide is released from the solution. So here in the chemical reaction we can see evolution of gas. So we can see here evolution of gas. So we can say that during a chemical reaction, evolution of gas can also be taken place. So evolution of gas is one of the physical parameter by which we can easily identify that a chemical reaction is followed by evolution of gas. Similarly, when magnesium ribbon is burnt, then gas is evolved, right? From these experiences we can say that evolution of gas is an indication for a chemical reaction. Change in smell and change in taste is also one of the physical parameters for a chemical reaction. For example, in your home, the cooked food is kept for some days, then its taste and smell changes. So this way, the chemical reaction is identified by change in taste and change in smell too. So these are the various physical parameters which will help us to understand or identify a chemical reaction. Whenever these physical parameters are seen during a change, then we can say that the change what we see is a chemical change and the process is called chemical reaction. Dear students, with this I would like to conclude today's session. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you are satisfied with the video, then give a thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, subscribe this channel and press bell icon so that you will receive notification whenever I upload a new video. So take good care of yourself. See you all on another day with new interesting and innovative videos. Bye.